Hello, welcome back to Gameshock TV. I'm Chris Hewitt, and this is a taste of what's going to be coming out of my mouth over the next 15 minutes.
Remember the days when war games still felt fresh and original? Remember when gunning down Nazis still made you feel giddy and excited, like the thought of getting a new puppy? Remember when surviving a barrage of heavy arms fire and ballistic missiles was still a challenge? Hey, them were the days.
Of course, nowadays, genres are more narrow and generic than ever before. With the Call of Duty franchise an annual phenomenon, what room is there for originality in the first-person shooter genre? How do you make something fresh and engaging in today's market? Well, we caught up with Chaos Studios, the team behind controversial new shooter Homefront, and peppered their brains for answers. Not with actual pepper. That would be weird.
The single player of Call of Duty is kind of the shop window. It's the bit that everyone looks at, you know, the preposterous set pieces. For instance, you know, you're boarding a Russian submarine that's loaded with cruise missiles. Or I think the one everyone's talking about is, I think you're trying to save the Russian president or capture the Russian president. And yeah, the plane starts going down, so you end up having a zero-gravity gunfight. Yeah, it's called Modern Warfare 3, but if that is the experience of the military, I'd be absolutely astonished. I mean, you know, we'd all sign up. Was the opening scene, you know, an aeroplane flies into a skyscraper in New York, or something hits a skyscraper, you know, it's like a flash. Yeah, you're fighting in the stock exchange, you're fighting in the streets in New York, which, again, could be deemed grossly insensitive. It's fairly close to the bone. But when you look back at the first Modern Warfare, the all-glued-up mission was, you know, incredible, incredibly intense, tight, terrifying combat, and now it just seems to have been blown out of all proportion. You know, it's just throwing more and more at it. Yeah, you don't really get that kind of subtlety anymore, I don't think. You know, what started as a kind of fairly subtle series has now just gone, you know, what's the phrase, jump the shark kind of thing. It's just, I mean, it's great fun to play, and it is genuinely jaw-dropping. People use that phrase, but you get to the end of a mission, you're almost laughing at how ridiculous it is. But I don't know, maybe they could hone it down, make it more subtle, you know, surprise everyone. But yeah, I assume they just keep ramping it up until the next big thing comes along.
Fitness is for girls. Unless, of course, you believe those overgrown muscle junkies from UFC who think that men could do with a spot of exercise as well. As if. That's all muscle. Anyway, they've brought a new game for Kinect called UFC Personal Trainer, the ultimate fitness system. We sent our very own Steve Hill to flex his muscles and show him what he was made of. Turns out it was mainly sugar puffs and beer. Well, mainly beer. Okay, entirely beer. He's just all beer. It's weird.
Since I'm going for a pint in about 5 minutes, this seems pointless.
You ready to train like a pro?
Yes. I feel like I'm doing river dance. Yeah, that hurts. It's really comfortable. Technical issues. Technically unfit. Can't see the screen, so I'm gonna have to stop. That's enough. That's enough.
Easy routine 4.
When you say easy, how easy am I looking?
For you, as a natural, sky's the limit.
Have it. Take that. I kill you.
Me. So you burn 47 calories then?
47 calories, what, that's like a mini Milky Way or something?
Yeah, yeah.
I have earned that pint, is the way I look at it.
Yeah.
Not sure about the next 6. That's how not to do it. Napoleon Dynamite really hasn't got it. That wasn't a full workout. You're a quitter.
Yeah, she's impressed. But I'm not.
B, forget it. My career's peaked. No mass. That's it. No mass. You know, I've played Wii Sports, but this seems like, yeah, and that feels like an actual workout. I can barely speak, so please say something.
Yeah, as in, like, obviously, it's I'm a UFC fighter as well, so a lot of the things are incorporated in this game, the exercise we do in the gym, but always a little bit more mature aspect to this, you know, not just for kids. And as you can see, you get a very good workout.
Now, 2011 is shaping up to be a great year for games, but for every big-budget juggernaut, there are games that get left behind, crushed underfoot, and caked in the mud of oblivion. Luckily, we've picked out some of the best games from last year that, for whatever reason, didn't get a fair shot in a feature we like to call Some of the Best Games from Last Year that, for whatever reason, didn't get a fair shot. Pirouetting her way onto our list first is everyone's favourite hairy witch, Bayonetta. The game may be madder than a bag of caffeine-addled kittens, but Bayonetta had us stunned from the moment we first laid eyes on her. Sure, the story is a bit weird, the main character has an unnerving addiction to lollipops, and special moves are played out through the medium of hair, but with its stunning scenery, gorgeous models, and full-on mental combat moves, Bayonetta and her hairsuit pack a pretty powerful punch. Less good looking on the PS3 than the 360 mind, but still well worth picking up if you're after a top-notch scrolling fighter. It's so much fun, you couldn't help but fall under its spell. Next up is everyone's favourite jumpsuited mustachio man. It's a him, Mario! Having spent the last year or so chasing hedgehogs and compiling party games, our wobbly plumber friend is back, once again sporting outfits that even Lady Gaga might think twice about. There have been quite a few welcome additions since the last time we gave ourselves a 3D-induced headache in Galaxy 1. Everyone's favourite non-specific animal Yoshi is along for the ride this time, leading to some wonderfully inventive gameplay along the way. Taking everything great from the first game and bettering it is no mean feat, but that's exactly what Nintendo have done. It's crazy, it's addictive, it's wildly varied, and insanely fun. The only thing keeping this from being higher in the list is a slight lack of plot. How many more times before the princess sacks her security detail? Come on, woman! Still, all that's never stopped Mario before, and neither should it stop you. Where Nintendo take our Italian chum from here is anyone's guess, but they'll have a lot to do to beat this effort. And that's literally all we got time for this month, and I mean literally, we've got like 5 seconds. So next month, more me, more games, more time. Goodbye! That was way more than 5 seconds.